many of the guys in this investigation assumed that I was a police officer. And the truth is, I don't tell them who I am in the beginning because I want to get in their head a little bit. I want to find out what was going on that led them to show up at this house to try to have a date with a young teen. And so often they'll say, well, who are you? And I'll say, well, I'll get to that in a minute. But first, I would like to know a little more about you.
All right, so you asked me all these questions. Who are you?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, you gonna arrest me because... But really, to tell you the truth, I was not gonna do anything with her. Like,
What do you do for a living, Jim?
I'd rather not say.
Jim?
I'd rather not say.
Why don't you just tell me where you work?
Who do you work for?
I'll get to that in a minute.
No, I'd really like to know. I'm sure I'm on TV or something right now.
Why don't you just tell me what you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher.
All right. Who are you?
I'll get to that in a minute. I need
Okay.
to know some information from you first.
Okay.
So why don't you tell me exactly what happened?
We started talking.
What's going on?
not much. Who are you?
Who are you?
Lee.
Some of these guys want to know right away who I am. My typical response is, I'll get to that in a minute, but, first I want to ask you some questions. Because if I say right away who I am, I oftentimes won't get the most honest response. Lee, what are you doing here?
Come to visit a friend off the net, I thought.
A friend off the net?
Yes.
Yeah. And who's that friend?
Name is Sammy, I believe.
The name is what?
Sammy?
Samantha.
Samantha.
Right. How old is Samantha?
I thought she was 18 or older.
18 or older.
Are you her father or something like that?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Please tell me this, sir. Am I going to be in trouble for this?
I want to ask you one more question. You said you had to go see your PO.
Yes, sir.
Your parole officer.
Yes, sir.
What are you on parole for?
I got a DUI.
Anything else? I'm sorry?
Richard.
Richard?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Are you the FBI or cops?
Well, we'll get to that in a minute, but you should probably the truth. Okay?
Richard Brault.
I'm sorry?
Oh, you don't have a bad feeling.
Huh?
I don't have a bad feeling.
You had a bad feeling.
Yeah, and I shouldn't have.
What's that?
I have no idea. Do you want to go check?
Somebody here?
No.
What kind of pizza do we have tonight? Who's this? I'll get to that in a minute. Who are you? Who are you? You tell me first. You're Jeff, right?
Yeah,
And what are you doing here tonight, Jeff?
hanging out.
Hanging out with whom?
With her.
You drove 2.5 hours
Sure did.
from Boston
Who are you?
to come here
Are you her dad?
to meet a young girl.
Are you her
I
dad?
will get to that in a minute. Go ahead, have a bite.
Wow.
Milk for your brownies?
That will be good.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Are you always so polite?
Yeah?
How's it taste? Why don't you have a seat right over there, please? Now, what were you doing coming here, Tom?
I was just taking the weekend off, that's all.
Just taking the weekend off.
Who am I talking to? Can I at least ask you that?
Well, I'll get to that in just a minute. Now, you've been down this path before, right?
Yes.
And tell me about that case.
No, I won't.
I've got the picture right here of you from the Megan's Law website. That's you, right?
Yeah. Chilling. Birthday party.
So the girl here was going to go with you to the birthday party.
Who are you?
I'll get to that in a minute.
All right.
So what are you doing in this house?
I asked the girl, did she want to go to the birthday party?
Who were you here to pick up? What's your date's name for the party?
B.
B. And how old is B?
I don't know. She didn't really tell me.
I need you to keep your hands up where I can see them.
Don't be
Out of your
scared, dude.
pockets.
I just got a cigarette.
And who are you?
I'll get to that in just a minute. You talk about her mother being out of town.
Yeah, she told me that.
So why did you think it was okay for you to come over to visit a 12-year-old girl while her mother is out of town?
I don't know.
Why would that be okay?
I don't know. Can I see some ID, please?
You'd like to see some of my ID?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Really? So you'd like to know who I am?
I can guess who you are, but yeah, I would like to see.
Who do you think I am?
Just, I don't know, but if you let me see, then we can continue.
I'll let you know that in a minute. I want to ask you a couple more questions first. You came here to meet a 13-year-old girl.
No.
Says he's a professional photographer specializing in horse shows. Then he asks who I am.
And come on
Would you
over.
identify yourself?
I'll get to that in just a minute.
No, would you identify yourself now?
I'm Chris Hansen.
And so you're not with law enforcement, you're with the TV station.
With Dateline NBC. Now, I want to talk to you just a little bit about this chat.
Mm-hmm.
You ask, can I be your boyfriend?
Okay, I think it's conversation.
Well, as I told you, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. We're doing a story on adults